So this video is going to be a little embarrassing for me today, because today I wanted to talk about the mess that is the practice space, the recording studio, the too small room that wears too many hats. I don't know if you can see, but it is a disaster. It is bad in here. I don't know. I cleaned this place maybe 2 months ago. The Loneliers were gonna start recording, and so I got this place looking pretty nice. It still wasn't perfect because there's still things like this table behind me that I don't know what to do with. It's just here in the room. And so I got it looking real nice in here, and I was feeling real good, and literally the next thing that we did was buy a drum set. Now, we already had a drum set, but now we have 2 drum sets, and this was a necessary purchase. This bad boy here was purchased at a church yard sale for $25. It's fine. It's done the job. But it was really time that we upgraded to something that costs more than $25. And the thing that really made us do that is that we have this floor tom here, and if you can see, it's got 5 lugs, which, I don't know, maybe I'll make a video about that. But 5 lugs on a floor tom, not good. Not great. We did everything that we could to make this floor tom sound good, and it couldn't happen. It didn't happen. We bought new skins. We bought other new skins. We tuned for like 3 days. Overall, the drums that we've recorded here have always been a little imperfect, but they all kind of were imperfect together, and it felt like at this point the floor tom was the worst of them, so we couldn't do anything to get it better, and it was about time we got something new. So we got something new. So we got a new drum set, and it's beautiful, and we love it. But now we have 2 drum sets. It doesn't work. Amplifiers. They need to be in the room. It's a practice room. It's a recording space. We also have multiple bands merch under a foosball table, which is in a corner and can't be used. You could say, hey, get rid of the foosball table, but then we just have boxes on the floor. So that doesn't really help our cause. We've got this shelf that's like full of microphones. Gotta have a record player with Charlie Brown Christmas out still. This over here is supposed to be the top to the desk, but it didn't fit properly, so now it's just a plank of wood. From what I've heard, the best place to store a skateboard is on the floor where you can walk on it. This nice TV behind us. It's a TV. What do you want? People are allowed to have fun. Get out of my face. God. Another problem that we have is that we play shows because we're musicians, and we don't have 2 of everything like the drums there. So we often have to take things out and then bring them back. So every time we play a show, the snare, the cymbals, they go out and then they come back. Sometimes an amp goes out and then it comes back. Sometimes we gotta take even more drums. We got a whole bag full of drums. It goes out, it comes back. You know, you play a show, you get home at like 1 o'clock in the morning. You're not even home. You gotta just dump all this stuff into a room and leave. I feel like this is a problem that a lot of people in New York have. There is not enough space for your things because it's too expensive to have a bigger space. So this room is a total disaster, and it hurts to come down here and deal with it because it's just such a daunting task, and I feel like a lot of people have this problem. So a big goal of mine for 2020 is to at least once figure it out and get things in some semblance of order so that it looks good in here. And I would love your tips and your ideas. I know some of it will be, hey, throw out the trash. Thanks for that. Make me feel bad. So if you're in a situation like I am, where you have too much stuff for one single room and the room is not big enough, let me know what you do to cope, and perhaps I will figure this room out and in a later video be able to tell you what in the world I did to make this room okay. So anyway, I'm gonna go fall into the abyss here and pray I wake up and it looks good. And I will see you in the future, and thank you for watching. Just as a side note, the walls are like 6'5" in here, so hanging things on the walls to save space, making shelves or whatever, doesn't really work too well. Also, these walls are cool.